In the rugged, picturesque coastal town of Cape Meridian, nestled on the Atlantic shore, stood an ancient, unwavering lighthouse. For the past 40 years, the beam of this lighthouse had been the trustworthy guide for ships battling the stormy seas. The keeper of the lighthouse was a man named Silas. Silas was a quiet, meticulous individual whose heart was as vast as the ocean he watched over. He lived a simple, solitary life, dedicated entirely to his duty, keeping the immense lamp alight at all times. He believed that his life's purpose was to ensure that every sailor, no matter how far out, found their way safely home. Cape Meridian was also home to a thriving fishing community, fiercely proud of their independence and resilience. Among them was a young, energetic entrepreneur named Jake. Jake was driven by ambition. He had launched the town's most modern fishing fleet, equipped with high-tech sonar and communication gadgets. He frequently spoke of scaling up, maximizing yield, and disrupting the industry. He viewed the old traditions, particularly Silas's solitary devotion, as inefficient and sentimental. One day, Jake challenged the keeper, leaning against the sturdy stone wall of the lighthouse. "Silas, you waste so much time just polishing the brass and checking the oil. Wouldn't it be more practical to automate the entire operation? Just think of the time and resources you're spending just to keep one old light running." Silas smiled, his eyes twinkling like distant stars. "Jake, my young friend, the light is more than just a function. It is a promise. Automation is effective, yes, but when the machine is only programmed to measure the oil level, who hears the faint distress signal? I am not a machine, I am a commitment." Jake simply shrugged and walked away, more concerned with his next big catch and his growing bank account. The storm and the crisis. One late autumn night, the most ferocious storm in a decade struck the coast. The wind howled like 1,000 banshees, and the waves crashed with terrifying force. As the sea raged, Jake's flagship, the Challenger, was caught in a dangerous cross-current. The high-tech navigation system, designed for calm waters, suddenly failed amidst the electromagnetic chaos of the storm. Panic seized Jake. He was lost. His crew was terrified, and the massive, automated ships around him were veering dangerously close. He could see nothing but swirling rain and the churning Black Sea. Suddenly, through a momentary break in the clouds, Jake saw it. The rhythmic, unwavering sweep of the Cape Meridian light. It was strong, clear, and perfectly consistent. A familiar, reliable beacon in the chaos. Jake managed to radio the lighthouse. His voice was raw with fear. "Silas, we're blind! Our systems are down! Please give us a bearing." Silas, who had been alert since the storm began, calmly replied, "Jake, I hear you. Now take a deep breath. Forget the screens. Listen to the wind. You are exactly 2 clicks east of the old Man's Rock. Follow the rhythm of the light. Short pause, long sweep. Head directly into the long sweep. I'm guiding you home." For the next hour, Silas talked Jake and his crew through the worst of the storm, relying not on computers, but on his deep, visceral knowledge of the currents, the sound of the wind, and the sheer human judgment honed over 40 years. He even used a handheld spotlight to signal danger areas that the main beam couldn't reach, performing tasks far beyond the simple job description of a light keeper. By dawn, the Challenger was safely docked. Jake, soaked and humbled, rushed to the lighthouse, picking up the small starfish, Samudra Tara, that the storm had washed ashore and gently tossing them back into the receding tide. "Silas, you saved us," Jake said, his voice thick with emotion. "Your light, your knowledge, it was priceless." "Thank you." Silas nodded gently, tossing another small starfish back to the sea. Jake watched him, perplexed. "Silas, there are thousands of starfish washed up on this beach. Why waste your time on just a few? It's inefficient. You can't possibly make a difference to all of them." Silas paused, holding a particularly vibrant orange starfish in his calloused hand. He looked at Jake, his gaze deep and understanding. "Perhaps not to all of them, Jake," Silas said softly, "but I can make a difference to this one. He then gently tossed the starfish back into the cool ocean water. "You see, Jake," Silas continued, "your ships, your fortune, your technology, they are all very important for growth and success. But true value is found in the moments when you choose to focus on the one small thing, the one struggling sailor, the one lost ship, the one small life that needs saving. Efficiency is about the numbers, but humanity is about the individual." Jake looked out at the vast, endless ocean and then down at the thousands of tiny, dying starfish. He finally understood the keeper's philosophy. It wasn't about the biggest outcome or the highest yield. It was about the immediate, meaningful impact you could have when you refused to see a problem as merely a statistical challenge. From that day forward, Jake continued to run his successful business. But he changed his mission. He began investing in better safety equipment for all local fishermen, not just his own fleet. He often volunteered at the Lighthouse, learning to appreciate the wisdom of the old ways and the invaluable role of human vigilance and compassion over sheer automation.